Hi everyone, this is Bob Smart Class and I'm Harpreet Singh Kohli. In this video, we will be learning HTML. This video series is for beginners and we will be going through all the aspects of HTML to create a website page. Before we start, I would like to request you to go through our website bobsmartclass.com and you can call me on WhatsApp me on these numbers or you can email me for registering to any of our courses. Thank you. So let's get started. I will be using w3schools.com, which is a very simple and learning site to learn all HTML, CSS, JavaScript, SQL, Python, PHP. So it's a very easy and interactive site. So we will be using this particular portal. Now, starting with HTML, HTML is a standard markup language for web pages. With HTML, you can create your own website. So this is an introduction about HTML. So they have given an example. So this example can be executed by try it yourself. You can click on this and by clicking on this, there are two sections of this page. And here the code is there, HTML code is there, and this is the output of this HTML code. Suppose I may change this. This is a main heading. I may say change this and then again run it by clicking on the run button and see the text has been changed on the right side of the section of this try it yourself. So it's a very easy and interactive website, W3C Schools. You can also try it yourself by copying this piece of code and going to a notepad and saving it here and save this file as a HTML file. Suppose I may say uh, uh, first HTML page dot HTML. So kindly consider that the extension of this page should be dot HTML. It should not be a text file. So when you save it, it will be saved in a folder and the name of the page. See, this first HTML page is created. Now you can open it. When you open it, it opens in the browser, either it's Chrome browser or any other browser, internet browser. So you can see the output which is there. This is a heading, this is a paragraph. So on top, it's written that this is executing this first HTML page dot HTML. So I may change this to this is my first page heading. Then when I save this and when I again run this, so output will be this is my first page heading. So you can change and you can go through it. Now we go to the next section, which is introduction of HTML. So they have provided that what is HTML? HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language. It's a standard markup language for creating websites. Describes the structure of a web page, consists of series of elements. Elements tell the browser how to display the content. Elements label pieces of content such as this is a heading, this is a paragraph, this is a link, etc. So here they have given a brief introduction about this, and then the same simple HTML code is there. Sorry. In the example, there are certain tags. So HTML is comprised of certain tags defined. So there are certain tags like the tags are enclosed with a greater sign, smaller sign and a greater sign. Uh, so these tags are there like HTML tag, head tag, body tag, H1 tag, P tag. So we will be learning about all these tags in more details. So now whatever it is in this first example, whatever they have used the tags, they have explained here, like this doc type HTML, which is a declaration which is defining this page that this is a HTML5 document page, so that when browser identifies this, it will be considering this is as a HTML page. Then we have a main tag as HTML. So every tag, whenever you open the HTML, you have to close it. So this is the open tag, open HTML tag, then this is the closing HTML tag. We have a head tag, then we have a closing head tag. We have a body tag, then we have a closing body tag. We have H1 tag, and we have a closing H1 tag. We have P tag, then we have a closing P tag. So every tag has its own closing tags. Now, going to this, the HTML element is the root element of the HTML page. So this is the main HTML tag of HTML page, which is defines that this complete page is comprised of all HTML tags. After that, we have a head tag. So this HTML page is just is divided into two parts. One is head tag, and one is head tag, and one is body tag. In HTML, we have two parts. One is head and one is body. So in head tags, we have sub tags, and in body tag also we can have many other tags used. So this is the second sub main tag, which is head tag. In this, we have the meta information about the HTML page. So here we define all the headings. Suppose we are using JavaScript, we are using any other JS files, or what CSS files which we are using. So we will be learning all these afterwards later on in this web tutorial. Now going to the title, there is a title tag which is inside the head tag, which defines that what is the name of this page. Suppose when you can see here, it is written Introduction to HTML, or it's written Welcome to Bob Smart class. So this is defined that how we can write this one in the title tag. When we write something in the title, in this page title, so here this is page title, so it's coming here. So when I run this HTML sample.html, the text is written here and the title is written on top, which is page title. So you can define this in the title tag. Now going to the body tag, we have certain body element defines the document body and is a container of all the visible contents such as headings, paragraphs, images, hyperlinks, tables, lists, etc. So in the head tag, whatever we write in the head tag, this is the definition of the HTML. And whatever we see on the page, suppose here in this page, whatever we see, or if I go to this Bob Smart class, whatever you see here, either images or these text or this logo or these videos which I have embedded inside the site, or the text which is written here, all these are written inside the body tag. So inside the body tag, we have certain sub tags, which is H1 tag. H1 means heading one tag, P paragraph tag. So we have certain tags which we learn in later on. Now, what they have said that the body tag contains all the visible contents such as headings, paragraphs, images, hyperlinks, tables, lists, etc. Then in this sample page, we have H1 tag, which is defines a large heading. H1 means heading one. Heading one, which is a large font size heading. Then we have H2, H3, H4 till 5, 6. We have headings tags to define headings, different types of headings. Then we have a paragraph tag, P for paragraph. So whatever we write in a paragraph, we can define here. Next, they have described what is an HTML element. So we have read that this is a tag name. So this is defined in a smaller sign and a bigger sign, and the contents are written inside the tag. And we have a closing tag also. The same tag which we are opened, suppose H1, we have to close it also by smaller sign slash the tag name H1 tags greater sign. So here they have given this example. H1 opening tag is H1. This H1 is, this is the opening tag. Then we have the content inside it. Then we have the closing tag. Likewise, we have paragraph tag, which is P, my first paragraph, and then we have a closing paragraph tag. So this, they have start tag and end tag and the element content inside it. So now they have described the purpose of the web browser, either Chrome, Edge, Firefox, or Safari. There are different types of browsers, web browsers. Mostly Chrome is used. I use Chrome, and others can use Edge or Firefox, Safari. So they have described the web browser here. The purpose of the web browser is to read HTML documents and display them correctly. So here, this is there, and the browser does not display the HTML tags, but uses them to determine how to display the document. Okay, so the code which we have written here, they are not displaying this HTML tag, head tag, title tag. Else, instead of them, they are only displaying the contents in the tag, which are the contents like page title, like my first heading. So whenever you run this, suppose we have run this, and here we don't see HTML tag, we don't see H1 tag, we only see the contents of this tag which are displayed. So these tags are read by the browser, and then the browser reads it and understands it that okay, this is a H1 tag, so I have to write the content with a heading like large heading. So this is what it's defined as HTML tags. Now the structure, HTML page structure, HTML head title. So they have defined here that this is the main tag HTML. Then we have a subheading as head tags and a closing head tag, then body and a closing body. H1 tag, P1, P tag and P tag. So there are here. So there are now, they have defined some history of it that, okay, who has invented this HTML, and it started from 1989. Tim Berners-Lee invented www. Tim Berners-Lee invented HTML also. Then Dave Reggett drafted next version of HTML. Then 2.0 came, 3.2. Now we have the latest version as HTML 5.2. So this is the history of HTML. HTML editors. So here they are talking about that how we can write an HTML. We can use any of the editors. So we can use a notepad or any other text editor. Suppose we can use Notepad++ or Edit Plus. There are different types of editors in the market. We can use any of them. So a simple notepad is found in every Windows. When you buy your laptop, you have the windows, and this is by default there present there, and you can search it by going to in this notepad. So here you can open this notepad and create the any text file or the HTML file. So it's describing that okay, open notepad PC. So how we can open this and we can save it. So we can write these tags inside it and then save it as a extension of .html and then run it on the browser. So it's defined one by one. The process is defined. So how we can do that. Now going to HTML basic examples. So they have given some examples. We will go through one by one, all of them. All HTML documents must start from the document type declaration, this document type HTML. So if we don't say this, browser will not recognize as a HTML page. So we have to define this is as a first tag of the of our page should be defined as this doc type as HTML. Then comes the main tag as HTML, and we have a closing HTML. Then we have body, then we have closing body. Then inside the body, we have these tags. So this is the example, one example it's given. Now, the doc type declaration represents the document type and helps browser to display web pages correctly. It must only appear once at the top of the page before any HTML tags. So yes, only one time we can't duplicate this tag. It should come on the top first row of the HTML page. It should come on top and it should not be duplicated. Doctype declaration is not case sensitive. So case sensitive means we can write it as a like this doc type caps lock, or we can write it in a small letters. It is not a case sensitive. Declaration is like this. So sign of exclamation, doc type, then a space, then HTML. Then next we are going to HTML headings. So in the headings, there are H1 to H6 tags. So H1 is the largest text which we can display. Then we have H2, then H3 till H6. We have H6. So you can test it by copying this. Maybe I copy this in the same which we have created earlier. H1, this is H1, H2, H3. I may copy some more of them and say that H4, H5, H6. Now closing also should be the same way. H4, H5, H6. So here H4, H5, H6. So I save it by saving it by Control S. I have pressed Control S and I've saved it. Now when I run it again, I run it. Uh, yeah, this I have to close this. Maybe this is something else. So now see that this is heading one. So it's of the large text, then heading to smaller, 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 smaller till six. So different types of font sizes are there. So we can use them. Now coming, so here we have paragraph tag, P tag. So it is defined as a P and a closing P tag. So this is a paragraph, very easy. Then we have HTML links. So HTML links, suppose we want to link something, we want to say that, okay, click on this to go to this website, or click on this to go to another page. So we can define a link, HTML link inside our page. So how to define that HTML link? By anchor. A means anchor. Anchor tag. This anchor tag has a parameter called href. Href equals to, in the quotation, the link of the website. We have to provide the link. Uh, that is, whenever somebody clicks on this, this is a link. When clicks on this, this this link will be executed and it goes to this particular website. So here it is defined as anchor tag href equals to, in the quotation, quotation open, quotation close, we have to define the suppose google.com or facebook.com or anything else, we can define it. So it will execute. Now we can try it, and when I click on this, see, suppose first of all this anchor tag is there. So this text is written as if it is a link. See, when I come to this, when I drag my mouse on top of this link, a hand comes. Here, this is a simple text. This is a simple paragraph text. So when I come on this mouse, when I drag my mouse on top of it, the hand will not appear. But when I come on this, a hand will appear. It represent, and it is underscore link. So when I click on this, it is clickable. That means when I click on this, this website will be opening this website. Now, when I click on this, I click on this, and this website is opened in this. Now, if I change this, Suppose I say facebook.com. I again run it. When I click on this, it will open Facebook. Now it's not opening because maybe the security issues or something else. It is not opening any other thing. So W3C school. I can copy this and place it in my notepad, make another notepad, text HTML file, save it, as second HTML, suppose dot HTML. I have to say dot HTML. If I don't say, it will be saving is it as text file. So I have to say dot HTML. Now, when I open this, when I open this, it will be saying this is a link. When I click on this link, then it will open. So now we have a restriction of not opening some files, some pages or facebook.com. So this is what we are not able to open this. But yeah, you can try and you can see that it will be opening. In my laptop, we have a restriction to not to open other external sites. Okay, now coming to the next tag, which is image tag. So whenever you want to display any image, any image on the screen of your HTML, you have to use this tag as IMG. IMG represents image tag. Then it has a parameter called SRC. SRC means source. SRC equals to, in quotation, we have to give the name of the file, image file, which can be either of extension JPEG or JPG or GIF file or any other extension which is a image file. So we have to define what image we want to display. So this SRC will be defined what image we have to display. Now another parameter we have in IMG, which is ALT, which means alternate. Alternate means by chance if this image is deleted from your laptop or from any other server, then alternatively it will give a text displaying this as w3cschools.com. Suppose it is giving this text, or I can say any other thing. So instead, if somewhere, if there is an issue of not displaying the image, it will display this text, which is defined in this alt parameter. This alt parameter is not a necessary parameter. We can omit it, and but if we omit it, then if the image is not displayed, then it will not display anything. It will not look good. So we use this alt tag to display something on the screen when, if by chance, the image is not displayed. Then we have another parameter as width. So we can define that what will be the width of this image. So we can decrease or increase the size of the image by using these parameters as width and height. So in this width and height, we have to give the size. So width should be 104 and height should be 142. I can increase or decrease this width. This is on pixel basis. So we can try it yourself. We can see. So this is the image. W3C schools is an image. And suppose I say now width to be 204 instead of 104 or 242 instead of 142. When I run it, it will display it as a larger size. Yeah. How to view an HTML source. So they have said that, okay, any page which you want to view the source of it, you can right click on it, and you can see there is a menu option which we have view page source. We can click on it and we can see the HTML tags which are used inside it. So how we can see the source of of a page, web page, we can right click and we can say view page source, and it will display the code behind. And we can't edit it. We can only view it. We can't edit this particular code. Okay. It can be edited via editor, HTML editor, or any other elements. Okay. Now moving forward, HTML elements. So now again, they have uh, described some elements here. So we will go through these elements. So we have studied about H1 tag, P tag also. Now, there are some nested HTML elements. So HTML elements can be nested. Nested means inside another, inside another. Suppose we have the main HTML. Inside the HTML, we have body and we have head tag and we have body tag. Inside head tag, we have title tag. So, and inside body tag, we have H1, P1, P tag, or H2, or IMG, or these tags. So they are nested inside. One tag is inside the another tag, which is called nested HTML elements. So here H1 is nested inside body tag, and body tag is nested inside HTML tag. Why? Because this HTML closing tag, where is the HTML closing tag? It is here at the end. So you can see that this is the space of HTML from here opening tag till this closing tag. So inside this, these are there inside the HTML. These are there. So these tags are there. So this is body is nested inside HTML, and H1 is nested inside body. So this is the explanation for nested HTML tags. Example explained. So this is example. We can read it. Nothing. We have gone through all these earlier also. Now we go through HTML attributes. So some of the tags have attributes which I have said parameters. So we can say parameters also. We can say attributes also. These are the attributes. So anchor tag, which is used for giving the which is used for giving a link, hyperlink on our website. So it has an attribute called href. Href is the attribute. Href attribute specifies the URL of the page the link goes to. So here, if you don't define this href, and when you click on visit this text on the page, it will not go to any of the links. So you have to define something where either we don't use anchor tag, or if we are using an anchor tag to create a hyperlink, so we have to give uh, uh, href attribute, so that it will when we click on that link, it will go to that link. Then we have, see, suppose in the IMG, we have read it earlier. In the IMG, which is image tag, we have a SRC attribute, which is defining. SRC attribute specifies the path of the image to be displayed. So it gives the image path to the browser, so that when it goes to the image, it wants to display the image. So this defines which image has to be displayed. There are two ways to specify the URL in the SRC attribute. This is absolute URL. You can give an absolute URL. You can say that it can be from any other source, any other web page, external web page, external image. See, links to an external image that is hosted on another website. So see, when you are creating your own website, you have your own HTML pages, you have your own set of images, and they are stored in a server. When you buy a domain, suppose I have bought a domain bobsmartclass.com from a hosting site, Big Rock or any other hosting site. So they will provide you a space in which you have to, the space in the server, in their servers, you have to place all your HTMLs or all your images in that space. And whenever somebody, some user, some particular person outside, whenever they want to use your website, they go to browser, they type the website name, suppose bobsmartclass.com, and when they enter it, all the contents from that server will come to the page from that server, comes downloads into their customers local machine, and the images will also come. So one is that you can go for your own images, which is in the images folder. So this is the your own image which you can decide. This is a relative URL, and this is a absolute URL. Now in the absolute URL, you can display an image which is not inside your website but an external image. So how you can use this? You can say the website name w3c schools dot, in the images folder we have a image.jpg, so you can use this. Now there are different more attributes of image, which is width and height. We have read it earlier, and image src, this is the source, and this is the width and the height. These are all optional. If you don't use it, it will not give you an error. It will display the image as it is. If you want that it should be displayed in a particular size, then you have to say width and height. Okay. Uh, we have read this earlier, alternative attribute. This is alternative. The required alt attribute for the img tag specifies an alternate text for an image. If the image for some reason cannot be displayed, this can be due to slow connection or an error in the src attribute, or if the user uses a screen reader. So saying that if for some reason this image is not displayed, this alternate text will be displayed instead of that image. And this alt attribute is also not a mandatory attribute. You can omit it. You can't. It's not a necessary thing. So now going to the style, there is another attribute called style. Style is used in mostly all the tags instead of head tag, but this style attribute is used in mostly all the tags. In the p tag also, in paragraph tag also, we can use style tag. Now, what is style? Style means all the text format, colors, background color, all the things which you can size, anything which you can give the style of this text which has to be displayed. Font type, Arial, it should be Arial, or any other font. You can say that, okay, what is the font of this text you have to display. So style, in the style we have this color parameter, and in the column we have to say red. So it will display this text as red color. Now when I try it, so see, this is a red paragraph. Now I can say change it into green. When I again run it, it will display this as a green text. Okay, so simple. Then we have lang attribute, language, which is full form of short form of language. You should always include the language attribute inside the HTML tag. So in the HTML, we have a attribute as lang. Lang, we can use en. There are some abbreviations for every language. To code language, en, English, we can say that to declare the language of the web page. This is meant to assist search engines and browsers. The following example specifies English as a language. So this HTML is written in the English language, so you have to define this lang. This is also not an necessary mandatory attribute, but it's good to have. You have to define that what is the page you are displaying, in which language this page is there. Country codes can also be added to the language code in the lang attribute. So the first two characters define the language of the HTML page, and the last two characters define the country. Now, in the lang, you have when you define English, en. Now, English, which country's English you want to use? Is it you want to use US or UK or any other country? So you can define this by hyphen, en hyphen US. The following example specifies English as a language and United States as a country. Okay, moving forward, the title attribute. So we have a title in paragraph also. This is when you mouse over, when you place the mouse on top of the on this text, when you display this text on the browser, and when you place this mouse on top of it, this particular text will be displayed on one side of the mouse pointer. We can see this. Now, see, I am a header, the title attribute. So when I come to this, see, you can see this. I am a header. Can you see this? It's surrounded by a box. It's written in a box. When I place my mouse pointer on top of that text, it will display a tooltip. We say this as a tooltip. I am a tooltip. So how you can display this? By using this title parameter in a tag, p tag or h2 tag or other tags. So this is how you can define a tooltip on top of the tooltip. Means when you drag your mouse on top of any text, it will display that particular text in a box, this particular title in a box. Now, we suggest always use lowercase attributes. So yes, suggesting that we don't have to use caps lock, caps characters. We use lowercase on each tags. This is a good format, and they are saying this is a bad format. Okay, sometimes you have to use quotes. This example will not display the title attribute correctly because it contains a space. Now see, the title, whenever you have any text which has a space in between, so you have to open it with quotation and close it with quotation. So here they have not given any quotation. So when you try this, it will only display about. Right here, sorry, this is h1, this is good, this is title. So when I come to this is, yeah, so when I place my mouse pointer on top of this text, it is only giving about. See, you can see this in the box, it is giving about, because it is not displaying about W3C schools, because it is not under any quotation. So when I place it in the quotation, see, I'm just placing the quotation open and quotation closed inside this title, and I again run this. And when I run this, and when I place my mouse pointer on top of this text, it will display about W3C schools in the box. So this is what here it is described. Now, we are talking about single and double quotes here. So inside, if you want to use double quotes inside your text, so see here, John shotgun Nelson. In the shotgun, we have this quotation. We want to display the quotation inside our text. If we are using the quotation to define the title here, if you are using this quotation and you're closing it with quotation, you can't use this quotation inside the text. So what you will do, you can use single quote instead of double quote to define the complete text. So here I have here this website has used single quote here, opening single quote and a closing single quote, and inside it has used double quotes. So vice versa. So vice versa also, if you want single quotes inside your text, you have to use double quotes for opening and closing the text, and then inside you can use single quote. So you can try it yourself here. So yeah, with the double quotes, John shotgun uh, title, which is title here. When I mouse over, it's saying John in quotation, shotgun, quotation close, Nelson. So here, John, single quote, shotgun, single quote, close, and then Nelson. So this is how we run. So this chapter summary, all HTML elements can have attributes. It can have attributes. Attributes are just like title, SRC, width, height, other things. The href attribute of anchor tag specifies the URL of the page the link page goes to. So href has to be defined when you are declaring a anchor tag. Anchor tag is nothing but to show the hyperlink on your web page. SRC for images. SRC is the attribute to specifies the path of the image to be displayed. Width and height attributes of the IMG provide size information for images. Alt attribute of image provides an alternate text for an image. Style attribute is used to add styles to an element, styles like color, font, size, and more. Lang attribute of the HTML tag declares the language of the web page. Title attribute defines some extra information about an element which is displayed on a tooltip. Okay, guys, for this class, we can stop this and we will have another set of video for the next session. I hope you have enjoyed this session. And you can register if you have certain queries. You can put your queries under this video, the comment section, or you can call me or you can email me anytime. Okay, thank you very much. Thanks a lot.